When I saw the x-ray on that day, I was certain I was going to lose my leg. And you can imagine how profound a moment that was.
I just was very numb. I was super scared. I was confused. And on top of those feelings for me, the one that really stuck out was my kids, my family.
On the worst day of my life, I met Dr. Wilkins. And then it became probably the most fortunate day of my life because I met Dr. Wilkins. I was a skier, marathon runner, and then that changed when I was 24.
It was 2012 that I was diagnosed, and it was osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma is a bone cancer.
In my case, osteosarcoma was a large tumor on the bottom end of my femur that was treated with a surgery to remove the bottom half of my femur. And then I started chemotherapy and many surgeries to repair and save that limb.
I did have a bone transplant. Dr. Kelly did an amazing job to wake up from a very long surgery and to be able to have my arm still attached to me was the greatest gift ever. Because of the aggressiveness of the tumor, it did damage muscle, tissue, and tendons in my arm, and I say partially paralyzed because I can wiggle my fingers and shrug my shoulders.
I knew that my life was changing and things would be different. But I had a belief that my journey would still be good. I trusted that my life still had purpose and that I had a gift and that this experience would be a gift if I turned it the right way. My name is Rick Allen.
My name is Crystal Padilla. I'm a volunteer with the Limb Preservation Foundation, and I'm also a patient.
I'm a grateful patient and a member of its board of directors. The Limb Preservation provides education for the patients. It provides patient support, including emotional support.
I volunteer at the hospital and I deliver care bags to the patients that have been traumatized by infection, trauma, or cancer to a limb. When we are in the hospital, our life does pause for a little bit, but the world doesn't stop. Sometimes people need funds for water bills or a phone bill, and it can be a financial support as well, which is amazing. The Bloom Again Fund is founded by Bob Bloom and his daughter Molly. She did a lot of sports and she ended up having to be in a wheelchair. They really wanted people like her to be able to be active after having trauma in your life. I have an exercise stationary bike that they helped me with.
I've been able to have cutting-edge treatment all along my journey. The research that the Limb Preservation Foundation does has been a huge part of that. The Limb Preservation Foundation funds research at the Flint Animal Cancer Center in collaboration with Colorado State University.
They called me up one day and they asked me if I'd like to be in a photo shoot and be featured in a calendar. We were a perfect fit because we both had osteosarcoma and we both got to keep our limbs. It was a match made in heaven. I always think of her and I wonder and hope that she's doing well too.
I feel great today. I've recovered all of my abilities to be outside and enjoy hiking, cycling, skiing. I really do everything except run and have a very active lifestyle that I'm very happy with.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I don't think that they truly know how important it is for me. They keep me busy by visiting with the patients, and it's a very therapeutic feeling and it gives me so much hope.
Please give as generously as you can. Hope is so important to recovery, and I believe that the research and the patient assistance is something we must continue and must do in a bigger way. There is life after the threat of a limb loss.